I mean on the side.
Yeah.
It'll be $100 all done. Now you're distracted, aren't you?
Thank you. Hog, hog. Good, come on. Hog, hog. Get off the cell phone and hog. Put down the cell phone. Honk on the horns. You can do it. Hold up for the dads. Hug, 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 hug. Hold up for the dads. No, no. Yeah, what?
Here we are, 111 Hill Street.
What kind of justice do men get in this building?
Well, you got to pay for justice here. They want to steal your children because there's a profit in it. They break up families, plunder the father, and then they banish him. And then they charge him for it. It's outrageous. It's a racket. And your children are the target. They want your children. They want to tell them what to think, what to do. They want to be the parent. They want to be the authority. They are evil. Everything about them is evil.
What percentage of time do fathers get physical custody?
Less than 20%. I'd say less than 10% of the time.
Very seldom.
Fathers never win. And they always, whenever they start this, they should start you at 50-50 because that's even. That's fair. That's where you start.
So if fathers are driven out of their children's lives and mothers are pushed back into the workforce, what social institutions wind up raising the children?
Oh, every social institution that the government has their fingers in, from schools, where you go there and they tell you what to think, where they bash dad, where they promote every feminist agenda you could think of, even though it's blatantly wrong. Even though it's outrageously wrong, they promote this. They want your children, they want to program them, they don't want them to be critical thinkers, they don't want them to criticize what they do. There's a war on for your mind, and it's for your children's mind. And what they want to do is re-engineer the family. The family is being completely destroyed at every turn. The nanny state rules, and they let the woman think that she's in charge. She's just a tool. A tool for divorce.
Thank you. Good morning. What brought you here to the courthouse at 111 North Hill Street?
I came to fight for my son and for my 12 nephews. I don't want them to have to go through the same injustice and destruction of the family that I had to go through.
This coming Sunday is Father's Day. So why are all these fathers out here today, on Friday? What is so special about today?
Today is the day when we're protesting the fact that many dads do not get to see their children. And we do it on Friday before so that all of us dads that are here are able to spend that entire day with our children.
So if this isn't Father's Day, is there a name for this day?
We call it National Fatherless Day because these demonstrations are occurring in all 50 capitals and major large cities in the country. I like to think of it as a day of celebration, but we do spend a lot of time mourning. Celebrating
the fathers who've been driven out of their children's lives and won't be with them, unfortunately, on Sunday.
Will not be able to see their children.
Who should be the most important influence in your children's lives? School, dad and mom, or family court?
The parents, the grandparents, the nieces, the nephews, the uncles, the aunts. That's much better than any government agency, any school, any of those organizations at all.
Does the mainstream media do an adequate job of reporting the plight of dads who are separated from their children by these anti-family, anti-father courts?
No, I don't think the media do a good job at all. For the most part, they are fed by the same women's industry that just demonizes fathers and dads.
Do you know of any programs or services from government that try to strengthen the traditional family?
I'm not aware of any. I think there are a few, but they usually do not support fathers.
Are they far less prevalent than those forces trying to destroy the family, tear the traditional family apart?
Oh yes.
Government forces?
Absolutely. The forces arrayed against the family are just incredible. Schools, child welfare support services, CPS, domestic violence, they all rip fathers and men away from their families. It's unconscionable.
And these are taxpayer funded all?
They're taxpayer funded.
Parental alienation, that's something where one parent alienates the other from their children. Do you think that with all the government programs and with all of the special identity politics and all the special earmarks coming out of government with this $1 trillion worth of money coming from the federal government, should there be something spent so that families are strengthened, traditional families are strengthened, and that parents aren't alienated from each other, and especially from their children?
I think there should be a lot of money spent, but I think it has to start with some of the speeches. I'd like to see President Obama, who's had 2 years of very horrible Father's Day speeches, very anti-father. I'd like to see it start with him talking about the role of fathers, how valuable fathers are to families, to children, and let it start at the top. He may set a good example of being with his kids, being a soccer dad, but he doesn't talk the talk when he gets in front of all the women's groups in the national audience.